I'm driving. That's lime over there. Green. I'm driving between Spokane, Washington and the Tri-Cities, Washington, Pasco. And we've got wheat fields, and we have potato fields. We have lime. And that's about it. That's about all we have out here. But it's a nice, peaceful, beautiful drive. Very nice. I'm alone today. And make it a YouTube video alone. And Bing is busy making her own YouTube videos elsewhere right now. But I like how the wind kind of blows across the fields there. Beautiful. Oh, that's where I'm at. The long and winding road through the fields of eastern Washington. And if I see something else, I'll share another clip. I think this is really nice. Just the fields alone, you know, as you drive along the road, are really quite beautiful. You know, driving through one state in the United States, if you go through Washington State, if you go from Seattle, Washington, to the other side of the state, it will take you about 6 hours to get there, driving one state. Other states take longer. So those of you in Europe who go from country to country, the countries are essentially like small states in the United States. So we essentially kind of like have 50 countries, because the states are so big. There are a couple of small states like Rhode Island and different places, but for the most part, if you drive from one side of the state to the other, you're looking at 6 to 8 hours often for one state drive time. That's not on a highway like this, that's on a freeway going 70 miles an hour. If you drive one of these back roads like I'm doing, it's going to take a lot longer to get there. And of course, those who have traveled from Europe to the United States know that. Like our YouTube friends in Nevada. Angie Vision and her husband have learned probably that going from Poland to the United States, I think it's Poland where they're from, probably a little bit of a surprise at first, I would imagine. Just like it's a surprise for Americans to go to Europe and find out how close the countries are. There are a lot of old, cool vehicles around here like that one. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little drive. I think it's quite beautiful out here. Thank you for watching. Bye for now. little community in the middle of nowhere.
Turn right on Lindralston Road.
Entering Ralston. When I was young,
Continue on Lindralston Road.
I built those grain bins for one summer. What you do is you take that metal and those round pieces of metal and you would bolt them together. You'd have a pulley in the middle and you would lift the row up. Once you put it together, you'd roll it, lift it up, and then put another row and lift it up, put another row until you finished. And the first part you put up was the top, and attach it to a pulley. Once that was done, you would dig a trench of about 2 feet deep, 2 feet wide. And you put gravel inside the area. And then a cement truck would come about 3 days later after we began, and they would put cement in there. Then you had to come and check it about 3 days later to make sure the wind didn't blow it down. Also, when I was young, my first job at age 10 was in Rexburg, Idaho, moving pipe for Smith Farms. And back then the water pipes didn't have wheels on them. So you moved the pipe. And you moved it every morning so that you could water all those crops. I don't remember exactly how far we moved them. It was quite a ways. We used to bale hay too when I was young. Did all kinds of things. Drove potato trucks during the potato harvest once a year. All those things when you live in Idaho or Eastern Washington, any of these states, these agricultural states. A couple more grain bins up there. There, I don't know what. We'll just call this Eastern Washington road trip. Have your own little road trip. Go along with me. There certainly are no people out here, hardly at all, except in the farms. The highway has no cars whatsoever. So I hope she takes me the right direction, my GPS. Get back to the Tri-Cities. These GPSs will take you. You take a ferry boat in Seattle, come up to the water of the Puget Sound, the GPS will continue to follow your car across the Puget Sound. Well, if I see anything else interesting, I don't know how interesting it is to you, but it is a beautiful drive. Hopefully it's interesting a little bit. There are those grain bins again. Okay. you in a bit. Bye for now. But here's where the roads become filled with sage. And a lot of times around the sage around, a lot of times we used to hunt pheasant, and in the fields, the cornfields and so forth. And the pheasant would go running into the sagebrush whenever we would chase them through the fields, trying to catch them. Trying to shoot them with shotguns, but they would run into the sage. And there are rattlesnakes in eastern Washington, in the rocky areas mostly, where it's real rocky and sage, hot. It is not real super hot right now. It's it's in the 80s, 80 degrees. That right there, you'd find rattlers in places like that. If there are a lot of rocks, you'll find rattlers in there. And they'll come out and kind of rest on the side of the road, in the middle of the road to get in the sun, I guess. I guess that's what they're doing. I don't know why. But you don't see a lot of them out here, but southern Utah, they're everywhere. And they are here. Happened to find this remote road, which I don't know how I got here, but eventually I'll get back to the road that I wanted to get back home. That's a nice drive. Some great cliffs around here in these sage areas. A lot of birds of prey, eagle, that kind of thing too.